afternoon, I'm Jen and Bobadilla, and I will discuss about how architecture is an art. Bakit nga ba? First, ano nga ba yung architecture? Architecture is the construction of building with useful functions. Like yung example, yung house tinitirhan as shelter, yung school as dun nag-study yung mga students. Basta lahat ng ginagawa is may functions. So yun, is architecture and art. Today, di ba, nasa isip talaga natin na, alam na natin na architecture is an art. Kasi nga, di ba, yung example is, yung mga buildings dun sa, yung mga buildings ng cathedral, tapos yung mga religions, di ba napapansin natin yung mga simbahan is napakagaganda. Di ba? Tama ba? So yun, kasi di ba parang nahahaligi na yung mga architects sa mga artists kasi based sa mga ginagawa nila is, di ba parang art is beauty, di ba? Parang yun na, yung architectural structures ngayon is magaganda na. Tapos, ano na nga ba yung status ng architecture as an art? So una, ma-discuss doon is yung usefulness and purpose. Diba, magkaiba ang art sa design. And ang design is may purpose or may use. So, paano nga ba nahana yung architecture sa art? So, yun. Una is yung usefulness and purpose. Basically, yung essential function ng architecture is to serve as shelter. And compared sa music and painting as an art, naging function nila, example, scars sa music and sa drama. If yung sa drama is dead scene or dead air, pinapasok yung music, diba? Parang dun lang nagkakaroon ng purpose yung music siya yung nag-fill up so the emotions will not cut you. Parang yung momentum, siya yung nagbibigay ng momentum para hindi matanggal hindi maputol yung emotions din sa drama. And another one is yung painting. Naging purpose lang siya if dinidesign siya as a background. Example sa drama. Ginagamit siya para ma-elaborate mismo yung scene. And yun yung naging purpose na. Sa mga architects naman is, kahit anong sabihin mo, they build things, di ba? They build houses, designs, and pag nag-fail yung purpose nila doon, tinatawag nila yung architectural failure. Example nun is, kahit gaano man kaganda yung building, if bumaksak siya, failure sa kanila kasi hindi nila napagsama yung forms and function. And yung forms and function, malidiscuss natin siya mamaya. So yun. Admiring its beauty. So yun yung point kung paano naging architecture is an art. Kasi example, sabi nga nila, yung example, when buying a house, you don't buy a garden. Kasi pag bumibili ka ng bahay, hindi lang naman yung looks yung titingnan mo. Kasi yung purpose din, kung magiging safe ka ba dito, syempre doon titira yung family mo, yung kasama mo. Kung dadaanin mo lang sa ganda, hindi yung parang hindi yung pasok sa natawag nilang architecture is an art. Pero sa ngayon, bakit nga ba may mga buildings pa rin na na wala doon yung purpose ng parang word na shelter? Ang tawag doon is ornamental building. Yung ornamental building is yung ornamental building or parasitic kasi they copy building na may function. And they are copies of buildings that did have a function. Example na is yung mga ruins. Like yung Greece and Rome. Yung ruins ng sa Greece and Rome. Di ba yung mga columns? Una, nag-serve siya as dun sila nagsasacrifice, na-perform yung oracles nila. And di ba, syempre ayos pa siya. And through ages, di ba, nasira siya. And, ayun nga, and yung, tinatawag pa rin siyang architectural ruins. May word pa rin na architectural ruins. Pero sa mga architects, parang, siyempre, architects buildings, di ba? Siyempre, wala namang architects na nag-build ng ruins na sira agad, di ba? Kasi ang may purpose nga sila, di ba? Hindi naman ang purpose nila para mag-design na. Ibig sabihin, yun na yun sa, iba na yun. Kasi pag nag-build ka daw ng ruins, hindi na yung architect, hindi na yung gawa ng architect, parang, na siya, sculpture, di ba? Kasi, binild mo na ng sadya yun eh. Yung ruins is, siya, hindi siya sadya. Naman is yung important ng place sa architecture. Siyempre, dito pumapasok yung pamimili mo ng environment. Kuwari yung house mo is maliit lang siya. Maliit pero maganda and may purpose. Pero tinabi mo siya sa malaking building, ma-overshadow siya. And another thing is yung style nung architectural design. If yung style na kuwari, example, i-base natin sa season, pang Christmas siya, pero yung sa paligid pang Halloween, sa tingin mo na hindi naman siya nababagay doon, di ba? Ayun, yung kaya important yung pagpili ng place. And another one is, ngayon, architecture makes extensive use of ready-made. Example, yung door, yung window, yung roof, lahat, parang lahat ng kinakabit sa architecture, di ba? Parang, ready-made na lahat. And parang doon, sinasabi nila na yung architecture doon is like a constructional engineer. Pero, it matters ba ngayon yun? Kasi, against to that is that today our ordinary ways of thinking and speaking place archi among art. Yun nga, parang sa simula pa lang, parang unang word mong marinig yung architecture is art na. So, the buildings among the artistic masterpieces of the world and some architects is among the great artists. Example yung Saint Peter in Rome na binild ni Donato Bramante and Michelangelo. And we know Michelangelo is a great artist, diba? Siya yung nag-paint yung ceiling sa Sistine Chapel. And yun nga, then work on the design of Saint Peter. So yun nga, masabi natin na yung mga architects is, they have the same purpose ng mga artists. Next is, so yun na, na-discuss ko na yung status ng architecture as an art. Yung usefulness and purpose, important ng place, and yung architecture, yung mga use niya. Next is the form and function and the decorated shed. How does the art in a work of architecture relate to engineering involved in building? Sabi ni Pebs, nearly everything that encloses space on a scale sufficient for a human being to move in is a building. The term architecture applies only to building design with a view to aesthetic appeal. So sabi niya dito, may nabanggit siyang aesthetic appeal. Generally, tutukoy nun is yung appearance ng building. But Pebsner means more than that. So if we stick to building's appearance, we confront a problem. So doon, nabanggit niya din yung decorated shed. An architectural element in a building, in a building's appearance, coined by Karsten Harris. The problem is it appears to divorce the building from its appearance, so that aesthetically significant element is equal to appearance. So yun, doon nagkakahiwala yung, sabi na nagkakahiwala yung form and functions. Nagiging parang, ang tinatawag na daw doon is decorated shed, na parang, lang siya, parang for aesthetic appeals lang, aesthetic appearance na masabing maganda siya pero wala siyang function. So yun nga, form yung appearance, yung function is yung purpose. Pero the form of building must seem to matter, di ba? Kasi important yung look ng building. And the fact of how well the building service function is important too. So parang sinasabi dito na yung forms and function is important sila, and may kanya-kanya silang duty sa architecture, and they work is as a combination. Parang hindi mo sila mapaghiwalay kasi part na nga siya ng ng meaning ng architecture today, and parang siya yung pinaka-core ng architectural success ng mga architects. So, structure and purpose and appearance might be related. That gives architecture the integrity of an art. Because what makes a building a work of architecture is that its form and function are intimately related in some way. So, yun nga. Pero ngayon, may mga instances pa rin na parang nagkakahiwalay yung forms and function. Yun nga, yung example, ang tawagan nila dun is yung decorated ship. And may example nun is yung sa Orchestra Hall in the city of Minneapolis. Parang may design kasi dun yung sa likod na parang yung design niya is, ang purpose niya talaga is yung syempre orchestra, parang mag-reflect yung sound para marinig. Kasi orchestra din parang music na, para gumanda yung sound sa loob. And then, parang ang nakikita lang ng tao dun is parang, wow, ang ganda naman ito. Kasi ang ganda ng pagkakagawa. Yun, parang dun nagkaka-divorce yung meaning ng forms and function. Kasi mostly, yung mga taong nagdadaan doon is tinitingnan lang nila yung form, hindi nila naisip yung purpose.
Good day, I'm Gregorio and I'm going to report about facade deception and ZGs. So in architecture, form and function is better when defined. Pero ang kadalasan, ang mas pinafocus sa mga architectures is yung pag-beautify ng forms. Babaliwala na nila yung functions. Tapos, kaya naman maraming nag-o-object para sa paggawa ng mga facade sa mga building. So, large buildings with imposing facades, may karaniwan ay may mga classical feature. So, bakit nga ba classical features yung ginagamit nila? And, ang example nito yung mga Corinthian columns. Ginagamit nila yung mga classical features para magbigay ng false appearance of old and respected. So, yun, ginagamit nila yung appearance na gano'n para maging dito pala pumapasok yung deception. Ginagamit nila mga facades as ornaments ng building para pakita yung respetado yung company nila. Yes, yeah. So, yun. And then, sabi ni Augustus Pugin, every building that is treated naturally without disguise or concealment cannot fail to look well. So, naturalness and honesty in building guarantee its aesthetic success. Sabi naman ni Nicholas Pevsner, architecture is false or deceptive if it does not reflect the ZGs. So, ano nga ba ang ZGs? Ang ZGs ay, ito yung spirit nung time kung kailan mo ginawa yung isang artwork. ZGs, yes, we can imitate or revive the art principles of the past, but the work remains for all time without a soul. So, ginagawa natin, pwede natin gayahin yung mga sa mga gawa ng mga Greek artists. Pero, nai-imitate natin yung mga ginagawa nilang forms. Nai-imitate natin yung mga forms na ginagawa nila. Pero, walang soul, hindi katulad ng paggawa ng mga Greeks. And then, so, using a grand exterior, it can mislead an impression of history and solidity. So, functionalism. Tayo sa functionalism. Sabi ni Louis Sullivan, form should follow function. So, ang functionalism is a normative conception of architecture. So, ito yung doctrine about architects ought to build. So, obliga mga architects na mas i-focus yung mga ginagawa nilang buildings sa yung function. And sabi naman ni Adolf Loos, ornamentation is a crime. So, walang sense yung decoration mo if hindi mo naman ito magagamit. So, sayang lang kasi sa materials yung pag-provide lang para mapag-beautify lang pero walang function. And sabi ulit ni Augustus Pugin, ornamentation should be limited to the essential structure of the building. This has made him a functionalist. So, sabi ni Mr. Augustus Pugin, mas kailangan pahalagahan yung essential parts ng building, hindi yung ornamentation. Kasi sa building, alangan namang unahin mo pa yung pagpapaganda kaysa yung mga biga na magiging pundasyon ng building mo. So, mas kailangan i-focus yung materials din sa mga essential parts ng building. Next, ito naman tayo sa formalism and space. So, nakalala si Le Corbusier. Principal influence on modern architecture is a pure art which explores space and shape. So, base dito sa Le Corbusier, simplicity of the style and lack of ornamentation is not about to focus on function anymore. It is for artistic exploration of space itself. So, yung paggamit ng function, yung style ng lacking of style or ornamentation, hindi na siya about sa pag-focus lang sa function. Ginagamit na rin to para magbigay ng yung modern na atake para sa bagong ng architecture, mga design ng architecture. So, that's it. Thank you.
Good day. I'm Moreno, and I'm going to report about the resume, the architectural expression, and the architecture and understanding. So, first is yung resume. Katulad nga sa mga na-discuss ng iba kong ka-group earlier, we have to consider three possibilities. First, that form and function in architecture may be treated quite separately. It means na sa architecture, pwede yung form and yung function is pwede nakaseparate sa mismong building and or yung second is that form must follow function. Ito naman kung yung form ba is yung magpa-follow siya sa function. Example na lang yung may mga ibang buildings na yung design niya, yung form niya mismo is nakaayon sa kung anong function niya. Third, that architectural form can reconsider the functional. So, ito ngayon, in architecture, pwede bang kung yung form and function is isa? So, pwede naman yun, and pwede rin naman na nakaseparate siya. Architectural innovations in enclosure and usage can enhance and enlarge our ideas of how given functions could be satisfied, but they cannot completely refashion them. In architecture, may mga buildings na pwedeng nagsasatisfy yung form niya sa function niya. Like example, yung may mga building na parang na circular, or may mga building din na yung mga windows niya parang nakaslant. Kasi pwedeng ang maging function nun is nandun mismo sa mismong kinatatayuan ng building na yun, or yung function niya naman is just to para mas makita kung yung design mismo ng isang building. What is required then is a conception of architecture in which both form and function have a measure of independent specification, but complement rather than compete with each other. One possible way in which this complementarity might be achieved is through a style of building that both serves and expresses the function, thereby establishing a mutually reinforcing of the relationship between construction purpose and appearance. So, importante din yun na kapag nag-aaral ka ng architecture is alam mo kung ano ba talaga kung anong function ng ng mismong building na dinidesign mo, and kung ano yung mga possible ways na both mong maipapakita yung magandang form nga, and at the same time yung function din ito. So next naman is yung architectural expression. So in fine arts, sa mga paintings, may expression doon na ilalabas sa expression mo sa painting, from the painter itself, or yung expression na nanggagaling naman sa kung ano ba yung nailalabas kung ano yung sa loobin na parang nararamdaman ng audience. So in architecture, may isang question dyan. How could architectural features convey ideas? Kasi yung mga ideas na to, dito nagpo-form yung kung ano yung expression na naibibigay ng isang bagay, ng isang painting, or kahit ng isang building. So it is not absurd to think that a building might express some ideas. Kasi may mga architects naman na parang ginagawa talaga nilang work of art talaga para sa kanila mismo yung mismong design ng building nila. And dun din nila minsan napapakita yung pagiging organic nila, yung pagiging mapagmahal nila sa kalikasan, or sa kung ano man. Basta may I know na hindi lang mga painters yung talagang nagko-convey ng ideas, ng expression nila through painting, pero kundi pati na rin yung mga architects. Like for example, sa Western Europe, marami dong mga Gothic cathedrals na talaga namang nagko-convey ng ideas and ng expression nila sa pagiging Catholic nila, sa religion nila, sa ganun. So para sa architect ng isang cathedral na yon sa Western Europe, doon niya na-express yung love niya kay God, or yung pagmamahal niya sa sarili niyang religion. This is enough to show that architecture can unify form and function in just this way. The form can express as well as serve the function. Then, next naman is yung architecture and understanding. There is then that at least one way in which architecture can be conceived as unifying form and function. So architecture and understanding naman, syempre kapag may isang bagay kang ginagawa, syempre or may isang bagay kang nakita, katulad na rin ng sa painting, susubukan mong intindihin, magkakaroon ka ng understanding about dun sa painting na yun. And ganun din naman sa architecture. First, that there is an architectural version of organic unity as an artistical idea, and second, that some of the greatest works of Western architecture can be interpreted as realizing this idea. And according nga dito, yung mga architectural versions, yung mga buildings, sometimes meron talaga silang iniiwan para sa client nila, para sa mga taong nakakita na kung paano nila ma-understand yung isang form ng isang building. So, can the architectural expression of an idea enhance or enrich or an understanding of that idea? Sa tingin ko, para dito sa question na to, yes, pwede siyang maka-ano sa atin ng understanding, pwede tayo maka-understand ng kahit simplest form ng isang building, as long as siguro kasi depende na din talaga yun sa mga taong tumitingin dito. And buildings can both represent and exemplify. If a church represents sailboats, and sailboats exemplify freedom from the earth, and freedom from the earth in turn exemplifies spirituality, then the church refers to spirituality by a three-linked shape. So ito nga, ang pinaka-example dito is yung mga cathedrals, yung mga churches, kasi doon din nagkakaroon ng understanding na parang it's all about spirituality. So ayan, thank you.